The Psychology of the Human Mind, written by a relatively unknown author, is a book that I thankfully did not need to read as an engineering student. I already had enough troubles grappling with calculus, Laplace, and Fourier transform. I cannot even begin to explain to you the number of sleepless nights I spent trying to find x. The more I interacted with my family members, colleagues at work, and my homeless friend, Buddy, who was constantly oscillating between good and bad behavior, the more obvious it became that there are several dimensions to the way the human mind functions. In fact, a lot of days I would rather find x squared, y raised to power 8, and z raised to power 30 than to fathom the reasoning of the human mind. The question is, how do we make up our minds? Do we depend on steady logic or tumultuous emotions? How really does the human mind function? According to Sigmund Freud, the founding father of psychoanalysis, there are 3 levels of awareness contained in the human mind: the conscious mind, the subconscious, and the unconscious mind. Further studies revealed that of all the decisions made by humans, the conscious mind is only responsible for 10%, the subconscious responsible for 50 to 60%, while the unconscious mind is responsible for 30 to 40%. What is it about the subconscious mind that makes it so influential? While the conscious mind is largely dominated by logic, it depends on the facts being presented to it per time. The subconscious depends on past experiences, stereotypes, pre-configured mindset in order for it to make its decisions. Such decisions even often appear like it was made out of the conscious mind. The subconscious mind is actually a storage tank. Every experience is stored in the recess of the subconscious mind. These storage devices assist us when we need to make decisions, particularly with snap judgments. Now, what are snap judgments? Snap judgments are urgent decisions like, should I accept the offer, give up on an emotionally draining relationship, or just like the decision Richard, Sean, Kenneth, and Edward had to make the night Amadou Diallo was killed. Amadou Diallo is a 23-year-old Kenyan who relocated to the United States of America in search of greener pastures, though I think the grasses are greener on this side of the divide. After a very long tiring day on the 4th of February 1999, one which perhaps included him being taunted by his co-workers for his funny accent, he manages to get to his apartment at 1157 Wheeler Avenue a little after midnight. As he was trying to open his door, 4 patrol policemen drove by. They stopped their car and one of them walked up to him. I should mention at this stage that Diallo, being a recent immigrant, had difficulty with English language. The lone policeman asked Diallo to identify himself. At this point, the policemen were sure that Diallo was the rapist that had terrorized the neighborhood. Diallo probably sensed what the policeman was asking him, dipped his hand into his pocket, and one of the policemen in the car screamed, "He has a gun! He has a gun!" Amadou Diallo was killed at his own doorstep. 41 shots, 17 of them riddling his innocent body. The patrol policemen had apprehended a criminal. They decided to search the dead body to retrieve the gun he was trying to use on them, but none was found. The only thing that was found on him was the black wallet containing his ID, few words of cash, and probably his apartment key. The shooting spree, which lasted about 5 long, mind-wrecking minutes, ended with a policeman, female, screaming, "Where is the gun? Where is the damn gun?" You see, this is a product of the subconscious mind. Whatever is stored in it, good or bad, false or true, will be used as ingredients when preparing the meals of our decisions. Never mind my tale of woes. You see, the subconscious mind actually helps us a lot. For example, what is storytelling without depending on the subconscious of both the storyteller and the listener? When a story is being developed, the storyteller knows that he or she does not have enough time or even patience to spell out all the facts involved in the story. So she tells her story, hoping that the listener have sufficient information in their storage tanks to be able to tie up all the loose ends. Let me say the good news at this point. We are not always at the mercy of the subconscious mind. The subconscious mind can actually be retrained. We don't always have control over our experiences. However, we can be more deliberate about what occupies our storage tanks. Imagine a small bottle containing a dark liquid. The more water is poured into it, the more it mixes until the dark liquid is no longer seen. Become deliberate about the things you store up in your reservoir. Let me leave you with this quote from Leonard Hamilton. Make sure your worst enemy doesn't live between your two ears. Thank you.